I know it's been a little bit since my last video. Pretty much long story short, my high-speed setup blew up, so I decided, why not, just get a higher FPS and start using heavier BBs and blah 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 blah. Just play around and see what, what I could push with my gun. What was the highest speed I could get and the highest FPS, and etc. So this is going to be my most likely failed attempt on a high torque gearbox. Still running the stock GMP reinforced shell. This is new. This is a SRC trigger switch assembly, and I had to break off parts of the plastic to get it to fit in my shell. And this is wired to a Hunter Seeker 5 from Airsoft Mechanics MOSFET, wired to Dean's. So far I haven't had a problem, but then again I haven't really used it much. The only problem I had was when I installed it. I went to go test it. I put it in the shell, hooked up a motor, hooked up a battery, and touched the contacts, and nothing happened. And originally I thought, somehow it was his MOSFET, because I looked over the wiring and there was absolutely nothing. And that's just to prevent it from popping out of its little groove. And I couldn't find anything wrong. As it turns out, the little copper piece that makes the contact between the back of the trigger switch's two copper tabs had fallen off, and I didn't know. So basically I wasn't even shooting, or it wasn't even making a circuit. So that's going to be in there. And then for my upper gearbox assembly, or for my lower gearbox assembly, actually, I've actually already got my gears shimmed for the GMP gearbox. They're already perfectly shimmed. I just put them in an old shell that had cracked. This is actually my friend's shell. He cracked it running in the M130 because he was running it M130, metal cylinder head, metal piston head, and it just cracked. He didn't have any sorbo, nothing, just cracked. So I'm using that to hold my gears because I didn't want them laying around. So that's the lower gearbox half. The upper, what I did was I ordered an SHS double O-ring cylinder head. As you can see, there's a little groove on it. There was an O-ring there, but I tore the O-ring out because it is getting sorbo. And this is just a really squishy material. If you don't know what it is, Google it. I don't need to explain it. And this is a rubber mat. It's a lot thinner, and it sits on top and protects it from the piston smacking into it. So that's going to get glued into this on the back of the cylinder head, and it's going to sit in between the cylinder head and the piston head, and it's gonna dampen that impact and save my shell from cracking for a while. Still running the GMP O-ring loading nozzle. I see absolutely no reason to switch it out. It's got an O-ring. I still have perfect compression with it. Why change it? Same with the tappet plate. I mean, it's a tappet plate. Why change it? The O-ring for my piston. I got a super shooter piston. I don't know. I just selected a randomly cool looking piston. It looks really blue on my camera, but it's actually a teal kind of green color. Maybe I'm just colorblind or something, I don't know. And it came in a nice little box too. It came in a little, that's actually the GMP piston. It's stripped. But it came in a nice little box. It's actually padded inside. It's pretty cool. GMP explosive piston head. I'm just going to run that till it breaks, which shouldn't really be too long. An unknown spring. It's brand new. I'm hoping it's like an M120, M110, M115, right in that range. And if it's not giving me the FPS I want, I'll be dropping in an SHS M130. Stock GMP spring guide. And for my motor, I'll be running an SHS super high torque, or depending on how well it works, a Echo 1 slash JG, you know, whoever you are, whatever you want to call it, blue high torque motor. These things are freaking beast when paired with an 11.1 LiPo. And ow, damn. And I actually have an 11.1 LiPo laying around somewhere. An 11.1 LiPo. So I actually plan to switch out my LiPo and all my 9.6s for 7.4 3000 mAh LiPos. They're like the exact same size as the little nunchuck. I mean, this is how big they are, and they're 7.4 3000 mAh. I was like, yeah, I want some of those, so I'm gonna get some. So I should have this together tomorrow and working. This is the box that the SHS motor came in. It's really padded and cool. Yeah. But I should have this together tomorrow. I might not. I have to find glue for the sorbo to attach to the cylinder head, because the guy I bought the sorbo from didn't send me any, which is acceptable, I guess. I don't know. So, expect the video of this put together soon.